Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving straight into the biological root of persistent oral health issues. We're going to explore how restoring your mouth's microbiome might actually be the missing piece in your daily hygiene routine. So let's look past the toothpaste aisle for a minute and peer directly into the fascinating microscopic world inside your mouth.
Brush, floss, rinse. So why do your gums still hurt? Man, it is incredibly frustrating, right? You do everything right, you're brushing twice a day, flossing religiously, only to still suffer from sensitive, bleeding gums or that persistent bad breath. If you're someone struggling with daily gum sensitivity, you know exactly how maddening this cycle can be. You literally feel like you're following all the rules, but your mouth just isn't where it should be.
Section 1. The Oral Care Paradox. Why a sterile mouth isn't always a healthy mouth.
To figure out why your gums are still hurting, we kind of need to radically shift our perspective here. You see, traditional dental products often use this, scorched earth tactic. They just wipe out everything, killing both the good and the bad bacteria. And actually, that leaves your mouth completely vulnerable. It inadvertently makes sensitivity and bad breath even worse over time because your natural defenses are just completely gone. But the new, biological approach, totally different. Oral probiotics focus on replenishing the good bacteria to naturally protect your mouth from the inside out.
Section 2. Balancing the oral microbiome. Enter ProDentim.
Instead of masking oral health issues with harsh chemicals, we're looking at a targeted, chewable probiotic supplement designed entirely around restoring that delicate microbial balance. And here's the foundation of how it actually works. 3.5 billion. To put that into perspective, that is nearly half the human population on Earth, packed into a single chewable tablet in the form of live probiotic strains. It's essentially a microscopic army of beneficial bacteria going to work to reclaim the territory that those harsh traditional mouthwashes might have stripped away.
Section 3. Meet the probiotic strains, the biological heavy lifters.
Because in the world of the microbiome, not all bacteria do the same job. Let's break down the exact strains deployed here. First up, we've got Lactobacillus paracasei. This one focuses entirely on gum health and reduced oral inflammation, which is an absolute lifesaver if you struggle with daily gum sensitivity. Interestingly enough, its secondary benefit is supporting sinus health, which just goes to show how highly connected these systems are up there. Next is Lactobacillus reuteri, deeply studied for reducing oral inflammation and cultivating a much healthier overall environment for your teeth. And finally, Bliss K12. This is one of the most rigorously researched strains specifically for fighting bad breath while also reducing throat infections. So it's a highly specialized biological team working together.
Section 4. Key supporting ingredients, feeding the good bacteria.
Now, introducing good bacteria into the mouth just isn't enough. You actually have to keep them alive. Let's start with inulin. This is a prebiotic fiber that acts directly as food for probiotics, helping them colonize effectively. Think of your mouth exactly like a giant garden. If the probiotics are the new seeds we're planting to save your bums, well, inulin is the essential fertilizer they absolutely need to take root and flourish. Without that prebiotic, the probiotic is going to struggle to survive.
Furthermore, we have 2 essential structural ingredients supporting your overall oral health. First up is malic acid, which is brilliantly sourced from strawberries. It actively helps balance the overall pH of your mouth while naturally whitening your teeth. Then, there's tricalcium phosphate. This is a highly bioavailable source of calcium and phosphorus that goes right to work supporting the remineralization of your tooth enamel. So while the probiotics are busy fighting inflammation, these specific ingredients are fortifying the actual physical structure of your teeth.
Section 5. Building a better routine. Practical application and timelines. Understanding the science is great, but applying it to build a better, pain-free routine is what really matters for us. And here is an absolutely crucial point. We need to be super clear about this. Probiotics are a complement to, not a replacement for, your daily brushing and flossing routine. No way is this some magic pill that lets you throw your toothbrush away. It's the biological replenisher that works alongside your hygiene habits. You still need to manually clean the surfaces of your teeth, but now you're adding this active living defense layer. So, what does this all mean for your day-to-day life? Well, based on user data, here is exactly how this biological shift plays out in the real world. It usually starts with noticeably fresher breath within the first 3 to 5 days of use. Then, right around the 2-week mark, users start reporting less of that super frustrating gum sensitivity when brushing. Finally, for deep, consistent gum and enamel support, to really change that ecosystem long-term, consistent use for 2 to 3 months is recommended. Because, let's be real, biology takes a little time to repair itself.
So who is this actually for? This approach is an ideal fit if you have persistent bad breath despite good hygiene, or if you're actively dealing with sensitive or bleeding gums on a daily basis. It's also a massive, massive help if you've recently taken antibiotics. We know those completely wipe out the microbiome, so you really need to rebuild it from scratch. Ultimately, it's for anyone who wants a natural, preventative approach to their oral health.
Which brings us to one incredibly important question to end on today. Are you ready to stop fighting your mouth's biology and start feeding it? Next time you wince while brushing or feel totally frustrated by morning breath, ask yourself, are you just harshly scrubbing the surface, or are you actually cultivating a healthier ecosystem? It's a total paradigm shift. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today, and hey, keep asking the right questions about your health.